What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I ended up making about $4,000 trading Roku puts simply overnight. Okay, it was a trade overnight. It was a one-day swing. We can go over the SPX trade in a different video, but for now, we're going to talk about Roku, exactly what I did, and how I ended up making $4,000. So, Roku, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Now, this right here is the actual trade plan. Okay, I was in shorts here, or getting puts here. My stop was up here, target goes down here, second target down here. Okay, now I'm going to explain exact thought process of why I decided to get in, how I knew price was going to dump this day, and why I decided to take this trade. So let's go ahead and show you exactly what I did. Now, I have a few different strategies. Okay, the first one is supply and demand. If you've seen my videos, you definitely know what that is right now. The other one is going to be balance theory. Now, if you haven't traded balance theory, you have no idea what it is. I have made a few videos on it in the past, but for now, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about what that is, how I traded it. So, looking at Roku here, price is in a very clear balance zone. Okay, what I mean by balance is we have a very clear resistance up here, very clear support down here, and you can see price is just chopping all the way through this. Okay, very, very up and down, just keeps on going in this little channel from 60 bucks up to about $67. Okay. So when I went into this trade, I said, okay, I want to look for a breakout of this balance. I want to see price break out. I want to see it fail. Okay, so obviously price is in the channel. I want to see price fail to get that breakout or breakdown, come back inside of that channel, and what my thesis is that price is going to rotate to the other side of that channel, of that balance, right? So very simple. Let me break it down and then show you some other confirmations I used here. So let's say price is in a channel like this, right? We have this level here, we have this level here, and price is just going back and forth within this channel. Maybe we're a little bit below it, a little bit like this, something like this, okay? Now when price is doing this, we're in this channel here, what I want to look for is, you have to understand how retail is thinking, right? Retail is, you got a lot of people here who are long, a lot of people here who are also short. And so when price breaks out, one of these directions, let's say to the upside, for example, you have a lot of people who, are going to come in. So new traders are going to come in here and buy the breakout. Okay, a lot of traders like, trading the breakout. It's a very common strategy. You're going to have a lot of people come in, buy the breakout. You also have the people who are in here long. They may add to the position, right? You also have a lot of shorts who are in here who are going to get stopped out. So all the combination of that is going to push price up quite a bit. Okay, so we're going to see a pretty fast spike as soon as price pushes above this level here. Now, what do we know? Okay, we know that as soon as price pushes above here, right in this area, there are going to be a ton of people who are buying. Okay, like I said, there's people who are buying breakouts, a ton of shorts who need to cover. A lot of buying is going to go on in this activity right here. Now, what happens if immediately price reverses back inside? Okay, that's a false breakout, right? If price immediately reverses back inside of this balance zone, what do we know? We know that now everyone who is long here, right? Remember, everyone's buying, shorts are covering, all of them are buying here. You also have people who are buying the pullback. So when price comes down, they like to buy the pullback off of this resistance for a move higher, right? And so if price goes back below that, and now, at this point in time, price is right over here, you have a bunch of people who are underwater. All right, remember, we said there's a ton of people who are long in this area, a ton of people who bought up in this area, and now they're stuck. Okay, a lot of them didn't sell. Retail traders, they don't like to sell. Okay, they don't get out their stop. They're very greedy. They don't trade the best. And so when price comes immediately back down, you have the combination of new people buying, you have shorts coming in, you have a bunch of buyers here who maybe they're even adding their position. All of them are underwater. And so when price starts to just drift a little bit lower, just a little bit lower, you start to get some selling, right? The people who bought up here say, you know what, this is not working, I'm going to start to sell. And then more people start to sell. And then more people start to sell. And so what's happening is you can see that the retail nonsense, the manipulation happening. You can see everyone who bought up in this area is now underwater. They need to sell, and that's going to push price to go all the way down. Okay, that's the thesis behind this trade. This is the thesis behind this strategy. Now, where is price going to go? Well, if you understand balance theory, you understand how price likes to move. It's going to go down to the other side of this balance. Price is in a channel. Price likes to rotate between highs and lows in the channel. That's the auction. So if we know price comes back inside of this channel, inside of this balance range, there's a good chance we're going to see rotation down to the other side. That's exactly what happened. Okay, so looking at Roku, we have the same thing here. We have this channel up here, channel down here. I just drew the zone there in purple for you, okay? Now we can see what happens. Everything I explained up here happens real time right here. Okay, this is exactly how I traded it. Looking at an hourly chart, we can see price in this channel, and then right here on this day, this was yesterday, price opens up, we whip higher, and then immediately come back down, okay? So what does that tell us, right? Lots and lots of people are buying this breakout, buying this breakout, buying this breakout. But what happened, right? Obviously price, if tons of people are buying, why is price going back down? Because somebody's selling, right? Whenever time there's a buyer, there's a seller. So there's somebody out here, maybe multiple people, maybe firms, maybe hedge funds, whatever it is, who is absorbing all of this buying and shorting it, okay? And then price comes immediately back down, right? When we see that happen, I know, okay, price came up, price came back down. Now what do we have? We have a bunch of trapped buyers, okay? Everyone who's in this area here is trapped, right? Because they bought all the way up here, buying the breakout, price comes back down. Now they're like, okay, you know what, it held, I'm just going to hold it a day, wait for price to continue moving higher. Then what happens? The next day, price comes back down, we break that low, and the selling it is non-stop. Just selling the entire day, stop, selling, okay? Now, why did I put my target here? Why did I put my target down here? Obviously, my second target was down at the bottom of this balance zone. First target was here because it was a previous low, also the midpoint, or somewhere near the midpoint of this balance. A lot of time that midpoint will kind of act as a pivot level. But let me go ahead and explain this trade a little bit more. So, how did I also know that a bunch of longs were trapped, right? Because every single high and low, you could say longs are trapped, shorts are trapped. How did I really know? One key thing here is the volume. Okay, a lot of people don't look at the volume. You need to look at the volume. The volume right here, if I zoom this out, brag this up, you can see the high volume area right here. Oops, just like that. This wick coincides with a huge volume spike. Okay, if you look at this volume spike, we don't really get this volume all that often. I mean, we see this two times in the past, 2 months, right? Normally, volume's around this level here, and in this point, we see it right here. So we see a ton of volume, huge rejection, price comebacks inside of this balance, right? That's when I decide to get short. Okay, so I get in puts, I get in credit spreads as well. I put my stop just above this high, don't need to risk anything crazy. I don't get the best entry. I could have waited a little bit, waited for a little more of a pullback, get short up here. But I knew that even getting short down here, I would still have a good risk reward. It was still a good setup. So we get that huge volume spike, price comes immediately back down, right? Now I know, okay, there's a good chance price is going to want to rotate down to the other side of this balance. And that's exactly what happened. So I got in my puts, right? Price for the rest of the day just kind of settled, a lot of consolidation. Again, a lot more people maybe buying, looking for a move higher. And then the next day, which is today, market opens, price crashes. Everyone who bought right here now has to sell. They now need to stop out, and that causes this huge move lower. Okay, and anyone who's buying up in this area as well needs to understand that since we're in this balance, we're in this channel, price is probably going to want to rotate down to the other side here, okay, around the $60 mark. And that's exactly what's happening. And I can tell you one more thing as well. As price comes back, if price right now does something like this, comes back down here, then we come back inside, you can bet I'm going to be looking for a move all the way back up. Because that's all price is doing. It's just an auction. It's going from high to low, from high to low, trapping all the buyers up here, trapping all the shorts down here, and then funneling the move down to the other side. Okay, this trade would have worked so many different times here. Like right here, to up here, up here, up here. There's so many times this trade would have worked. And it's the same exact theory. It's the same exact setup. Okay, you wait for price to get the stop hunt. You understand that retail traders are trapped. Price comes back down. Everyone who's long here needs to sell, so price ends up coming back down, and then you can make a lot of money simply trading this one setup. Okay, guys, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want more trade recaps, more setups like this, let me know in the comments down below. Please give a like, subscribe as well. I'm putting out 2 more YouTube videos every single week, if not 3. And I'd love your feedback on other videos I can make as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in the next video.